Morning out there, YouTube. It's Filled Over Freedom, and what you're seeing here is the after effects of a long day of smoking and making stock, leftover bones and bits, and got the pressure cooker going right now. I'm doing some venison stew. And smoked one whole hind quarter for about 6 hours, and then cooked it long, slow, till it's tender, falling apart. You can see the char on the bone. Got a nice, good bark on it. Beautiful, beautiful piece of meat. My dad and his hunting partners brought me 3 deer last week. And the whole time I was cleaning not cleaning, because they brought them to me skinned and clean, but the whole time I was butchering and cooking down and everything, I thought I should be making videos of this. And I realized I just didn't have time. It's taken me a week, solid week. I'm actually on day, I think, 7 of this project, and I'm just done. I'll be canning all day. I can only do, I think it's 7-8 quarts at a time in that one. So they take about an hour and a half a piece. I'm also doing, I'm all wiggly. Also, all the stock I've made, I've been cooking down, and I'm canning some of the stock as well. Okay, what you're seeing here is all the steaks and roasts. The guys didn't want a lot of steaks and roasts and stuff. It's not really their scene. I did keep some of the back straps big. I mean, that's a good size. Some of them, I kept a couple of them pretty good size, and I did some smaller ones. Some nice little steaks, kind of like fillet size. And I made a whole bunch of sausage, and I patted them up with little wax paper, and then just froze them. Laid them out flat, froze them, and then packaged them up in the cryovac, 2 to a pack. So nice 2 4-ounce patties, and these would be good for breakfast or even dinner, whatever. And then down here, this is all just the ground meat. And I think it was something like, I think we were up over 30 pounds of ground and about 25 pounds of steaks and roasts and trim, and about 12 pounds of the trim I've made into stew. That's the stew I'm canning. I'm still also working on antelope that the guys brought me. Got all kinds of that down here. Once again, more of these patties. These are great. 2 of them. That's you can have these as instead of a hamburger or whatever. I'm also trying a couple of little projects. Never mind the gore, please. I'm still cleaning up. We did, I smoked summer sausages. These are about 3 pounds a piece. My dad and my uncle made those, and I smoked them yesterday. And then I'm going to hang a front leg that I've cured just as an experiment. I've just got so much meat, and I was tired of cleaning. Full thing of bones still for stock, and I think I got another one. Yeah, no, that's a full rib cage in there. I was able to save I think 1 rib off of each deer. And I smoked and ate those for dinner last night. Yeah, this fridge is my meat fridge, so don't give me rubbish about how dirty it is. I had 3 deer worth of meat to put in here over the course of these days, and I'll, after I'm done with this video, that's what I'll be doing is cleaning and sanitizing. So this is my first experiment with canning meat, and it's an experiment, and this is a risk I'm taking here. I could be doing something wrong. It doesn't look quite like this. These first batches don't look quite like I thought they would. I've made some alterations, and I'll make sure we eat these up right quick. And they'll probably, once I clean out the fridge, I might even just stock these in the fridge. They did all pop tops and everything. And you see these are pints, not quarts. And the reason I did pints is because my brother eats a lot of soup, and I don't always want to eat the same thing he's eating. And this is real easy for him to just one nice big meal for dinner, instead of going out and eating canned stuff from the store, or whatever. So there we go. So this is my third or fourth batch of stock in a full-size canning pot. I was doing so much that I had to get out the big stove to go outside because I didn't have enough room on the regular stove. But this meat was all stuff not worth saving. This is all bits that were cut out specifically. Lots of tendon, this is twice cooked meat. The first couple of stocks I did, I actually pulled all the vegetables aside and pulled out the meat as much as I could in chunks, the neck and the backbone and stuff like that. And I picked all that meat off, and I'll set that aside to make raviolis or something, something along those lines. And I just set it aside, throw it in a cryovac, throw it in the freezer, and I can figure that out in a month, what I'm going to do with that. So back to this, a couple things I recommend is you can go to Restaurant Supply and buy the cheap, gloves, whatever. They're like $4 or $5 for a box. They make doing something like this way cleaner. You can keep your mess to a minimum and off your hands for the most part. Another thing I recommend while you're there, pardon the swinging around, is just patty papers, restaurant style. Not the deli sandwich papers. These are kind of a waxed paper, and these are real good for putting in between patties and stuff like that. You hear my cooker going. I think I got the pressure just right. I've got the time set for the altitude. So fingers crossed that it all turns out good. One thing I'm going to have to do with this is fatten it up. This meat, out of like 12 gallons of stock, all of bones and everything, I got maybe half a cut of fat. And how much of that was from the vegetables I used? So you've got to add some maybe pork fat to the sausage. You've got to add some something to this. This is going to be real good as a barbecue, pulled pork sandwich kind of thing, but with venison instead. So sorry, long time no videos, but I just get busy doing all this stuff and not setting up for it. So you guys be good out there and have a great day.